Hey guys, this is Jordan and Jared with JJ Cruise. We are on the beautiful Norwegian Bliss today. This really is a very pretty ship, a newer ship. It was built, or I think it started sailing in 2018. So we're gonna give you guys an insider look into the Norwegian Bliss. So here's our ship tour.
But before we get into it, please click on that subscribe link. We want to build a cruise community, and we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. It's free for you, but means the world to us.
Yeah.
So like this video, subscribe, and here's a tour of Norwegian Bliss.
Bye guys.
Bye.
All right, starting off, we are on deck 20 on the front of the ship, and the only thing up on this floor is the laser tag. So we can't get in, but this does look pretty awesome. I know that there is other ships that have laser tag at sea, but this actually is like built out and themed. Like this is laser tag 100% of the time. Here's the entrance. That looks pretty cool. Looks like you got like a little map of the laser tag area right there. And then one thing that we do want to just look down on, because right below us is the Vibe Beach Club. This beach club is actually an upgrade option. We do not have this week, but this is what it looks like. We're just gonna look down there. It's a specialty area that you can pay for. It has a weekly charge. There is, you know, some more exclusive hot tubs, seating area. It looks like there's some comfortable loungers down there. And that is on deck 19. All right, we're coming around the other side of the laser tag area, and then we are going down the stairs to deck 19. And then this has actually been one of our favorite parts of this ship. There's not a lot of people that typically come all the way to the forward of the ship. You have got one of the bars right there. And then just past the bar is where the entrance is to the Vibe Beach Club. Again, we are on the forward of deck 19 right now. So you got some really nice seating areas out here. You've got some bathrooms. You've got a really nice hot tub area there. This has been the least packed hot tub all over the ship. So we do recommend coming out to this area. Then you just have all of these loungers. And then past the loungers here is where the Haven deck is. So the Haven is the specialty area for suite guests only. So if you're a suite guest on this ship, you do have a specialty area that you can go in right there. This area is called the Courtyard Sun Deck. Again, it's been kind of one of the more secret spots on the ship that we found. And then coming around here, we've got some more loungers. And then if you go right back here, you're gonna find one elevator that's gonna take you from 19 to the rest of the floor. So there is only one elevator on this side that does come up to this deck. All right, there's quite a bit of noise here, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit louder, but we are over on the aft side of 18 where the Norwegian Bliss Speedway is, and these are some of the only race cars at sea. So you can see here, they're getting ready, they're not currently open. We do want to point out that this racetrack does kind of span decks 18 and 19, maybe even goes up to like the level of 20 a little bit. But this is really unique to Norwegian. They're the only cruise line that's doing this. You can see this is really where you get started here. So rev your engines. And may the best racer win. You can kind of see over here where you go up. Definitely very cool. We're trying these here, I think actually later today. We're very excited. You got fan gear, so of course, I'm sure that there's pictures and different things that you can purchase. So we walk around this way. Got a beautiful view of Nassau, Bahamas. That's where we are today. Alright, and then we're just gonna pop up here really quick to 19 on the aft side, and this is where mini golf is. Mini golf going on right here. And then right over here you can see more of the racetrack. We are so excited to try the racetrack out. All right. And that is what is at the back of the ship. Alright, we are now on deck 17. We're going to walk you through here. We're going to start with the very back of 17. And this is Spice H2O. This is an adults only area. One thing that's a little bit different with Norwegian is their adults only sections are 18 and up. A lot of other ships have a 16 and up section. There is these hand sensors for you to touch so that the door will open. So this is their adults only kind of sun deck, I guess you could call it. There isn't a pool back here. You do have some really unique showers right here. And then of course you have a lot of lounge chairs. You've got a stage here, so it looks like, you know, they do some events out here. You've got hot tubs on either side. You've got another hot tub on that side. And then you do have a bar and smoking section back here. So that is the Spice H2O bar right there. And that is the adults only deck. Alright. Now coming back inside here, we do have Margaritaville on the right. Now we want to point out, we do know that this is one of the last sailings that Margaritaville is going to be on this ship. They are changing this restaurant out for the American Diner, which is found on some other Norwegian ships. That's the back side of the Margaritaville restaurant. The entrance is up here. However, before we get to Margaritaville, on the left, you're going to see Norwegian's French restaurant called Le Bistro. Closed right now, but you can kind of see in there. It's like a really nice restaurant. Definitely more formal. This is one of the only formal restaurants on the ship. Alright, now coming out here, we do have Margaritaville. Just gonna walk in here really quick, show you the Margaritaville bar. I gotta be honest, I'm a big fan of Margaritaville. I love Jimmy Buffett's restaurant, especially, you know, the different specialty margaritas that you can get. So I'm glad that it's still here while we're on this sailing. Here's some of the drinks, just so you can see. So you get their kitchen back there, and then you have a number of places to eat. Anyone is able to come in and go to the bar or get some ice water here down on deck 17, but it is important to know that this restaurant is, it's kind of a specialty restaurant, but it's kind of not. It's a flat $15 fee per person that you pay to come in here and eat. And you got some more seating areas right there. Now, something else that's right outside of Margaritaville is the Ocean Loops water slide. Looks like it's closed right now, but you're gonna go right up there. And this is a free fall style water slide. One of the only ones at sea. Jared did it yesterday. He said it was quite thrilling. So you can kind of see up there, it's a straight drop. So you drop down, you pretty much go upside down right there, and then you actually end up coming out right here. You do have to be 48 inches or taller to ride this water slide, and under 300 pounds. All right, now over here is the Aqua Racer. You can see that water slide right there. So deck 17 is going to be where you are really coming to get on the water slides. All right, you do have the jogging track up here on this deck, so there's a lot of people that will come up here to jog. And then as we round the deck, we do just want to point out that there's water whirlpools on each side. So there's two smaller whirlpools here, two smaller whirlpools you can see across the way. And this deck wraps all the way around to 17. So now we're headed to the front of the ship, to the forward. We've got a large movie screen there. They show a lot of movies. One other thing that I think that is important to point out while we're right here is you can see right up there, that's the Haven restaurant. So that is the specialty restaurant for Haven guests only. If you don't know what Haven is, it is the specialty area that you pretty much get to access when you have a suite with Norwegian, excuse me. You do have some ping pong tables back here. And then we're heading back inside. Now I do just want to say, we're not going to walk the other side of 17 because it does mirror. So you've got those whirlpools, you've got the jogging track, you've got more lounge chairs, all where you can see that big screen TV outside. So now that we're on the forward of the ship, this is where you've got the Haven. So you can see here the Haven has its own courtyard, there's like a reception lounge, a pool, they have a sun deck, as well as this is where the suites are. And like we had mentioned, they have their own restaurant, which is up a floor. And that's the only thing that is on the 18th floor forward. So just so you know, that is where the Haven restaurant is. We can't go up there. But like we said over here, we'll just give you a quick peek. You do have more ping pong, as well as the running track, the loungers, the hot tubs, and then you can head back over that way to get to the water slides. So that is deck 17. All right, now we are on deck 16. We're gonna go over to the forward of 16 right now. Gonna check out the Garden Cafe. The Garden Cafe is really one of the main dining places for super fast dining. This is their buffet that they have on the ship. Of course, like always, we wash our hands when going into any restaurant. I'm just gonna take a look really quick in here. You've got your beverage station. So of course you get your water, some juices, your coffee. And then there's lots of options in here. Should be able to find an option for anyone. You've got fruits. This is where their pizza is. They have a pasta station. There is a burger bar in here. They have their pizza, which everybody loves. They have a really nice salad bar. Now, I think that this is something that's unique. They have this interesting wine station where it's actually, you can fill up your own glass. It is important to know though that this wine station is not included in the premium beverage package. So the beverage package that they'll give you, a lot of times they'll give you the beverage package for free. That does not include certain items like this wine. It also doesn't include bottles of water, energy drinks, and fresh squeezed juices. All right, so just looking around here, you got hot entrees down there. There's also Asian-inspired food. There's an Indian food station. Something that I think is really cool is they have a ramen station in here. So you really do have a lot of options when it comes to the foods that you're going to eat in the Garden Cafe. All right, we're just going to take a left here. We're going to head back out. This does span a huge section of the forward of the ship. There is also a bar that is all the way at the back of this cafe, which is all the way technically at the front of the ship. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go outside here. Now, something that Norwegian is really infamous for that we've really enjoyed is there is a lot of outside seating for a lot of their restaurants and bars. So of course, you can get your food in there and come out here. The nice thing is you do have that beverage station out here as well. So if you're just needing a cup of water while you're in the pool, this is technically the pool deck. Lots of seating for their cafe. And then of course, we have what a lot of people care about, the pool deck. Now, I want to first point out that there is the surf bar right here. So that's right off of this pool. This is the adults only pool on this side. So the pool that is closest to the front of the ship is technically adults only. Which again, with Norwegian, that is 18 years and older. They do have a stage over here, which they utilize for live music. We actually really enjoyed it yesterday. We were in the pool. They came out. They were kind of playing Jimmy Buffett's greatest hits, and that was really great. Now, also over here is the towel station. So this is going to be where you come to get your towels and exchange your towels when they're wet. And then, of course, you do have more seating for the Garden Cafe. So really a lot of seating. All right, let's take a walk through here. You do have a shower over here as well. Clean yourself off before getting in the pool. It's always a good idea.
All right, so the whole section below is saying milk.
All right, now on the other side of the pool deck, this is the all ages pool. So this is a great pool for families. This will be the pool that your kids can go into. And what's really nice is they have this pool here, which is for all ages, right next to kind of their splash pad. It's called the Kids Aqua Park. So you can see it's definitely a fun place for kids. They've got a bucket that dumps water on you. So yeah, definitely fun. They have a small little water slide over there. It's purple, you can kind of see it peeking through. Then you do have the waves bar on this side, so you do have a bar on either side of the pool deck, which is nice. All right, we're coming back around here. Now, just so you know, the pool deck that is more towards the aft of the ship and more towards the kids area is where the outdoor restrooms are. So that is really important to know. That was something that we actually took a minute to find yesterday. So you have a men and women's bathroom on this side of the pool deck. Right next to one of the water slides. All right, now if you did want to go up there to Margaritaville, to the Speedway, to the jogging track, to the water slides, there's a staircase right there. And as we come back this way, this side of the ship is technically called the marketplace, but you do have a couple of things that I think are important on this side of the ship. You have almost the wellness center on this side. So you've got the spa, the gym, if you're gonna get a massage while you're here, if you're gonna get your hair cut, if you're gonna get your nails done. I mean, it's a full service spa. So let's take a look here. So we have a couple more bathrooms, and then we have the Pulse Fitness Center and the Mandara Spa and Salon. Let's just take a look here in the gymnasium, Pulse Fitness Center. All right, so this is a pretty decently sized gym. You do have specific consultation rooms. So of course, if you wanted to meet with a trainer, meet with a health professional, a dietitian, these are the rooms that you meet them in. Looks like you've got some cooling cloths there, which I love when I'm working out. Of course, towels. They do have an aerobics room here, which is cool. Let's just see if that's open. It is. Oh, this is nice. So this is the aerobics room. And then as we head back out here, yeah, you can kind of see the entirety of the gym. I mean, so you have your elliptical machines, your jogging machines. You definitely have your weight stations. You know, everything that you could need, you've got here. And then right across the way, we have the spa and salon. So you have the spa and salon, the barber shop, and then the Medi Spa. Just poke our heads in here really quick. So it looks like this is the barber shop here. This is really cool, actually. I like this. It really kind of feels like a traditional barber shop. That's cool. In here, yep, looks like you can get full service here. So it looks like they've got nail stations, they've got places for you to get a blowout. Really nice and bright. And then of course, like we said, there's massage rooms here, so there's a lot of different options when you're at sea, if you would like to get any of these services done. All right, and that is deck 16. All right, now we are on deck 15. There really is one main thing that is on 15, and it is a big thing. It's the observation lounge, and this observation lounge is actually quite large. You do have a giant replica of the ship. I mean, it's miniature, but you know what I mean. Still looks pretty big. pretty cool there. And then this is the observation lounge. The observation lounge is on the forward of the ship. And this is a really, really large area where you can just come and chill or work. We worked from the observation lounge almost all day a couple of days ago. It is a really nice, relaxing place. It's typically pretty quiet. And the other nice thing is they serve coffee, tea, lemonade, water, and light bites throughout the day. So if you want to come here and get something to eat, you can. You can work, you can eat. Now I will say this, if you see these round tables and you're wondering what this is, those are actually screens and you can look at your next cruise. And of course with Norwegian, it's called Cruise Next. And yeah, these are screens. You can get information about this ship and then you can look up your future cruises. So that is a nice thing that they have here on the observation lounge.
This one won't move for me.
Just gonna walk through. Like we said, we're on the forward of the ship. Now, something else that's really nice is a lot of the columns that you see have ports in them, whether that's USB ports or actual like 110 volt charging stations. So if you do need to bring your computer down here or your phone and you need to be working, you can plug right in and you can work away. It's really, really nice that they have that on this deck. And then all the way here at the front of the observation lounge, you do have the observation lounge bar. So if work is just getting a little bit too hard, there you go. Let's walk right through here. So I mean, this is really pretty. You have all of this glass. You can sit here, watch the sun go down, or the sun come up, depending on what direction you're going in. You do have these food stations all around. So, you know, you don't just have to find the one food station to get light bites. It really is convenient. You have a piano there. And there is live music down here often. That's also really nice. I mean, this space is really huge. We're just gonna keep walking through here. To your left, past this wall, there is a bathroom. So I do have a bathroom in here. Decks 9 through 14 are all staterooms with the exception of the medical center, which is on deck 13. So we're coming back into the lobby here and then we're gonna actually head down to deck 8. And we'll see you down there. All right, we are now on deck 8. Now, just so everyone knows, deck 6, 7, and 8 are where everything else is on the ship. So starting out here, we have one of the specialty restaurants. This is Food Republic. Food Republic is, from what we understand, kind of a fusion restaurant. So they have a lot of different types of dishes like Asian, Mexican, American, and they fuse them all together so that you're getting really unique flavors. This is a really nice space. Nice and bright in here. There is also sushi here. So you can see you've got a sushi bar up here with a lot of different types of rolls. So yeah, this is Food Republic. Nice space. And then of course you do have the waterfront to the left here. The waterfront is Norwegian's infamous space where they have a lot of their bars and restaurants also outside. And I love this about this ship. It's really cool. We'll get a look, you know, more at these outside spaces, but for most of the restaurants and bars, you do have an inside and outside space option, which I think is, again, I think it's awesome. Something that we love about the ship is we feel like they have put a lot of detail into their spaces. So for example, this is the District Brewhouse. So this is kind of like their, I don't know, it's almost like a modern dive bar is kind of the feel. They have a lot of entertainment that happens here. Looks like it's closed right now. Let's see if we can maybe get in. Is it possible? Oh, let's just take a quick peek in. So this is the space. So they have a piano right here. The entertainment in here has been so fun when we've been in here at night. Then of course they do have a bar with a lot of different types of beer on tap. So if you're a beer drinker, this would be a place to come. Even if you're not though, if you enjoy just live music and live piano music, this is a fun space. They've got a lot of cool furniture, a lot of comfortable places to sit. Really is a cool little place. There's Jared.
Hey. It's such a heavy door.
Okay, just coming out of the brew house here. We're gonna go through this set of elevator banks to see the rest of the 8th floor. There is so much to see.
Hi.
So coming over here to the right, you do have La Cucina. This is their Italian restaurant. Let's take a little walk back here and check it out.
Ooh, wide.
Now, an important thing to kind of know is this is the Italian restaurant, but if we walk through, it's tied to their wine bar. So let's walk through here. Of course, you do have outdoor seating here as well for the Italian restaurant. And then this is their wine bar. It makes sense. You put the Italian restaurant right behind the wine bar. This is really nice. That is a lot of wine. That's just a wall of wine back there. Looks like the walls are lined with wine. And just so everyone knows, this is the Cellars, excuse me. So you got La Cucina to the right, and then the wine bar right in front of it. Right across from the wine bar and the Italian restaurant is the Cavern Club. The Cavern Club, oh thank you. This is kind of like almost like a gastro pub, but it also is where the Beatles show is. Which we've heard is fantastic. We haven't gotten a chance to see it quite yet. And also this is where karaoke is. So this is a happening place at night. I mean, it is empty right now, but trust me when I say, it gets bananas in here later. And again, right behind where you see all of those green shutters, again, another outdoor space. So it opens up to the outdoors, which is really cool. Thank you. So helpful. And then right next to the Cavern Club, you have Maltings Whiskey Bar. Again, we feel like these spaces are very intentional. There was a lot of thought that went into them, a lot of planning. I mean, they really are nice spaces. We do want to show you something here. Of course, They have another outdoor space. We'll just walk out here just so you can kind of see one of the outdoor bars. But right off of the whiskey bar, you do have the Humidor, which is the cigar lounge. All right, so you can kind of see these outdoor bar spaces. It is really nice. They have these. Again, this is called the Waterfront. And this is the cigar lounge. We're just gonna take a quick peek in here. This by no means is a large space. It's quite small. And from the smell of it, I can tell that you can smoke cigars or cigarettes in here. So we're not gonna stay in here for too long. Well, let's head back inside. All right, so that is the whiskey bar and the cigar lounge. All right, we're coming out here into the main area. You can see the large chandelier, which is absolutely beautiful. It spans 6, 7, and 8, so of course we're seeing the top of it right now. Let's just get a look at this chandelier from this perspective. It is beautiful. You've got that awesome staircase that goes down. It really is cool. All right, so over here, we have the Sugarcane Mojito bar. Again, just another really fun area where you can hang out, grab a mojito. They again have an outdoor space as well. And they have an outdoor bar. Yeah, they do also bring a piano in here. You can see there's like a little stage, and they will have little live music shows in here as well. All right, now you do have a couple of stores over here for all of your shopping needs. Tate's Boutique. Of course, it is tax and duty free when you're at sea. All right, and then over here is Norwegian's Ocean Blue, which is their seafood restaurant. This is a really, really cool restaurant.
Ooh, the seagull lights.
I love those. Those are seagulls over there. That's fun. And again, outdoor restaurant, indoor and outdoor, so you can have the option to sit outside. We did go to one of these restaurants the other night and sat outside, and it was so nice. It was just, you know, like perfect breeze. They've put kind of panels up so that, because, you know, sometimes it can get really windy at sea, but it seemed to just be so calm and perfect. We really enjoyed it. All right, now this on 8 is your main shopping center. So I know we passed a couple of shops that were right there across from Ocean Blue, but I actually do really like this about this ship, that you come to the kind of the center of 8 and you do have all of your shopping options here. So there is, of course, you know, cases of jewelry out here, but then you're gonna find all of your main shops here on deck 8, kind of in this rotunda here. So you've got, this is actually multiple shops back here in one. This is all jewelry. Looks like it's the beauty shop, the jewelry box, and the time zone. And then over here, you are gonna have the sandbar, which is another shop. And then this looks like their photo gallery. So if you want to purchase photos, they have, you know, the updated screens where you can just touch, scan your card, and then pull from pictures that you want to purchase. Really nice. And actually this space is quite huge. It goes back there. Alright, so we'll keep walking here. And these 3 levels, 6, 7, and 8, where everything is, it's called Ocean Place. So it's Ocean Place 6, 7, and 8. Just so you remember, if you forget where something is, you got 3 decks. Alright, so we're coming out here. We're gonna take a quick right once we get out here. Because there is a couple more things on this floor. Right through this door here, you do have the bake shop. This is a really cute little area. It's very, very small. But oh my goodness, look at these delicious treats. That's so fun. They do have truffles. So that is the bake shop. Okay. And then they do have out on the waterfront on the side a place where you can order outside. That's so fun.
Dolce Gelato.
And this is gelato out here that you can get. Looks absolutely delicious. And then down here you can see the waterfront on the 8th floor. So, you know, again, they have different bars, they've got different places to sit. They have binoculars. That is so fun. Really cool. And then of course on the other side there, you do have the other waterfront. All right, you guys, so that is deck 8. So we're gonna head on down and see what other amazing places are on the Norwegian Bliss. All right, we are in the middle of 678 Ocean Place on deck 7. And here we have the Manhattan Room. The Manhattan Room is one of 3 restaurants that are included. So these are not specialty dining areas. These are places that you're gonna come and eat for free. They're included in your cruise fare. And these 3 restaurants have really taken the place of like a main formal dining room. So you will see, I mean, this is still a very large dining room, but there are 2 other spaces as well that you can go eat at for your dinner. It's a really nice dining area, lots of windows. It's nice and bright in here. I want to show you just like kind of the main lighting. Isn't that cool?
Lobos and Cagney.
And then the other specialty restaurants, Los Lobos and Cagney's, look down on this area. But there's curtains, so you really can't see into those restaurants. All right, so this is one of the main dining areas. Let's walk out here. Now, Norwegian does do this differently. They have, their freestyle program, which is what they're known for. That does include freestyle dining. So you don't actually have to have a set dining time. So you can come, put your name in, say I'm here with a party of 6. They'll give you a buzzer, just like in a traditional restaurant, and then they will, let that buzzer go off when it's time for you to eat. You can also, though, have the option to reserve. So, before the cruise even starts, you can go on and say, the day 1, I want to eat at 5:30, day 2, I want to eat at 8:30, and then you just go like you have a reservation at a restaurant. All right, now we're coming into the casino. You do have the casino bar here. It's called the Skyline Bar. I love this wall back here. It changes. So these are like kind of screens that will change throughout the day, and it's really cool. All right, in addition to the bar, they do have food here as well throughout the day. That is right here. The casino is, of course, closed because we are currently docked in Nassau, but they will have food here throughout the day and late into the night. All right, now one other thing we want to point out is you see a set of doors there, and you almost see glass dividing some of these slot machines. This is a really, really amazing thing that Norwegian has done. They have divided the casino into 2 areas, a smoking casino and a non-smoking casino. So go through those glass doors here on deck 7, and you will get into the smoking section. Otherwise, you can play in the casino without being completely covered in smoke. And that is really nice and unique. There's not a lot of other cruise lines that we know of that do that. And if there is, let us know. Just leave that in the comments. All right, so coming over here, of course, we have the chandelier again. Beautiful. And then you are gonna have your tables for the casino out here. So deck 7, is a few restaurants, but the casino is like the largest area on this deck, and it is quite big. It spans quite a large part of the deck. We're gonna keep walking through here, and then right outside of the casino, we're gonna find the Local. Now, the Local is the only eatery that is 24 hours. And it is more of a sit-down place. So you come in here, you do have a bar, the Local bar. Right there. And then you can come here at any point in time. And just like a restaurant, you go up, you put your name in, you say, we need a spot for 2 people, 4 people, 6 people. They will give you, again, a buzzer, or in our case, we've actually been seated most times that we've gone here right away. This does overlook the Atrium, and we'll go down there in a minute. But there is a giant screen here, and they do a lot of different things in this area. This is kind of one of the main hubs where they do game shows. They play the Deal or No Deal game, which is a lot of fun. And then we'll walk right out here. And then on this side, we have the Bliss Theater.
Why did the shrimp smell so bad? Because it was the water.
Now before we check out the theater, I am just going to show you on the other side of the local here, they do have an arcade and bowling, which is really fun. So this is really cool. This does all cost extra. And then they have some arcade games, and then you're on the other side of the local. Going into the theater here. It is currently closed, but you do have the box office right here. And then you have the theater. They are getting ready to make the change. They've got two different Broadway styles, well, two different actual Broadway shows, Six the Musical and Jersey Boys. So actually, we saw Six last night. Amazing, highly recommend. And then we will be seeing Jersey Boys later this week, but they have already changed the set over. So this is the theater. Six is just amazing. We couldn't recommend it more. Jersey Boys, you know, they have continued to remind us that there is strong language in it. So if you are here with a family, it might not be a really good family show to see. Six would be your better option there. But it is Jersey right off Broadway, or Jersey Boys right off Broadway, which is cool. One thing that you just need to know is you do need to make reservations for these shows, and the shows do sell out. So it is really important that you make those reservations, and you can make those reservations in your Norwegian account online before you ever even step on board the ship. So right after you book a cruise, get into your account, see if the tickets are available, and if they are, book them. So then you don't even have to think about it. But if, of course, you need to make a change or you need to do anything like that, you utilize that box office. On the other side there, we do just have the other entrance to the theater. So that was deck 7. Let's go down and check out the last deck of Ocean 6, 7, 8. All right, we are now on deck 6. So the last deck of Ocean Place 6, 7, 8. And right away here, we have Q, Texas Smokehouse. This is their barbecue restaurant at sea.
This is on the forward.
And this, yes, this is on the forward.
Front of the ship.
All right, so we do know, we've not eaten here yet, but we do know that they have a stage with live music. We've heard the band that's here this week play several times, and they're really good. This is really a cool space. Looks like you got a bar over there. I mean, again, just the attention to detail. I just want to show you these lights. These are so cool. I really like this space a lot. Some fun cacti there. All right, now when coming out of this restaurant, to the left, you're gonna have the elevator banks, which is where we just came from. I'm so sorry, to the right. To the right when you're coming out of here. And then even beyond that, you have bathrooms, and then that's it for that side. We're gonna go this way, to the left. And this is gonna take us into a little hallway. And the first thing you've got here is the card room and library. ahead and go in. And this is a nice space. It's not big, but of course you do have, you know, books, lots of books to choose from. And then they have some crossword puzzles. I can't talk. Crossword puzzles and Sudoku. And then of course you can check a book out and read it. So again, not a huge space, but you know, nice and quiet. If you need a place to come and read, this would be a place to do it. All right, and then coming out here, you do have several meeting rooms. So of course, if you're here doing business, you can rent these rooms. We've got the Pacific room, we've got the Atlantic room, and then you do have Perspective Studio. So this is the actual photo studio on board. We can't go in there right now because there is a photo shoot going on in progress. Someone is getting their picture taken. All right, and then we come out here. This is actually the other side to Perspective Studio. So you can see that there. And then we do have the Atrium. So we looked down on this area earlier when we were at the local. You do have the local up there. But you've got the Atrium bar, you have a lot of seating. This stage here is where a lot of things take place. So dance classes happen in here. You've got game shows. We saw a really fun kids game show the other day. Now we're just gonna take a quick stroll around here real quick because there's a lot of things in this main Atrium center. You've got your shore excursions desk. So if you want to book those offshore adventures, that's where you're going to do that. You do have guest services just beyond that. So if you need any help with anything while you're on here, these are the people that are going to help you.
The way you're trying to do
Little seating area right there. You have the cruise next desk. So this is going to be where you're going to come when you want to book your next Norwegian cruise. They've got a lot of different offers going on right now, so you definitely want to visit that. And then of course you do have Starbucks.
Very nice.
So this is Starbucks, and again, this Starbucks feels like a Starbucks.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, it feels just like if you were at a Starbucks on land.
You use your Starbucks card here.
And you can use Starbucks cards here. So if you got those Starbucks gift cards, you can use them.
Or the app.
Yeah, we'll take that.
And the app, that's awesome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to Starbucks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we might have to come back here later and get some coffee. Thank you. All right, and then one other thing that is important, I just want to point out, past the Atrium bar here, you do have the internet cafe. So they have this area available here. They do have computers. Of course, you do have to purchase different internet packages when you're at sea, but you can utilize these little booths to do some work. Cute little internet booths. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna take a left around the bar here. One thing to know right outside the Atrium here, they do have these touch screens where you can actually look at your shore excursions and show reservations. So again, if you did not get a chance to reserve a specialty restaurant or reserve a show, you can actually see here. And I think it is really nice that they will show you what is reserved and what's not. So they'll show you like different restaurants if they have different openings, which is really nice. And then of course you do have the ship map here. These are really, really awesome interactive maps that you can utilize for your convenience. All right, now we have finally made it to the base of the giant chandelier. You have a couple of fun things in here. Let's just go over here to the right. We're going to show you the Social Comedy Club and Nightclub. So this is really an area where you're going to go for comedy shows. Prohibition, the musical, is in here, which is a musical that they have available, but it is an upcharge. It's a like 1920s style show, and it was really fun. It does include 5 different pre-prohibition cocktails for the price of $35. So if you don't have any type of drink package and you want a fun night and have some fun, unique drinks, it really was a good time.
Definitely an adult show.
And it is an adult show for sure. I believe actually it's 18 and up. I don't think anyone under 18 can go into it. All right, so you've got just a little side area here. It's kind of a green room. On the other side is a blue room. In the middle here, we're walking through the dance floor. Another place that definitely gets a little bit busy at night. So you just have these little spaces that are really cool. Very unique. The layout is, again, just really thought out well.
Look at those heads.
That's so fun.
Oh my word, I want to sit in a hand.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. Okay. So they have hand chairs. Special. All right. So coming out around here, just to give you another look here at the dance floor, they have a stage. And it looks like they have a lot of famous people on this wall.
Yeah.
They have Kate McKinnon. They have the Three Stooges.
Looks like Eddie Murphy's up there. Robin Williams. Charlie Chaplin. A lot of different.
All right, so we're gonna keep going here. Jared could get the door. Thank you very much. Amazing. And then right across from here, you have a couple of things. You've got the art gallery sales office. So, you know, if you've cruised before, you know that there's the option to buy paintings on board. A lot of different art. You've got art shows, you've got art auctions. We've been to quite a few of them. We definitely have our favorites. If you have a favorite artist that you like to see on ships, let us know. Leave us a little note in the comments. All right, here is Coco's. Now Coco's, this is, again, like more of a specialty snack shop, kind of like that bakery we saw earlier. But oh my goodness, you guys. Can we even just like, And one of the things that they do is these milkshakes. And look, they already have the mugs prepared. Just some pictures. Absolutely delicious.
Now this is not included in the beverage package.
Yes, also not included in the beverage package.
Completely a la carte, no matter what you get.
Looks like the prices are $8, $8 to $12.
Yeah.
So not bad for a giant milkshake that you can definitely split with someone else. They of course have some fun seating here. We'll walk out here. And then right next door, they have Teppanyaki. This is their hibachi experience restaurant. So of course, if you've ever been to a hibachi restaurant before, you're gonna see all of these stations. And there's gonna be a chef in the middle cooking your food and then throwing it onto your plate. It's really fun. If you've never ever done something like this before, we recommend it. Because it's just a fun experience and it's different. All right. And then we're gonna walk through this hallway here. Now something to note is they do have a lot of their artist paintings displayed through this hallway, which is really fun. So if you were interested in certain artists, you wanted to see certain pictures, they have a lot of different artists, Max Lucado, Anatoly Metlin, Peter Max. I mean, the list just really goes on. All right, at the end of the hallway, we have Mixx. Mixx is a bar that is in between the two other restaurants that are included for dinner. So we had already seen the Manhattan, And then we have Savor and Taste. So on this side, we have Savor. Again, these are the restaurants that you can either make a reservation for or you don't have to.
But completely included.
Completely included, and it's going to be the same menu in these restaurants, all three of them. So Manhattan, Savor, and Taste, you're going to have the same menu. Got some nice vibes going on in here. All right, and then on the other side of the bar, we have Taste. All right. And Taste, oh, we'll go behind there. Let's go in front of it. Is the final of the third restaurants. So again, just really classy, really nice in here. Taking the place of a formal dining room. There is no formal dining room on this ship. So if you're looking for that type of formal dining room experience, this might not be the cruise ship for you, just because it is a little bit different in that sense. All right, and then that is the end of Ocean Place 678. So that is deck 6. We got one more area to check out down below, so we're gonna head down to deck 5. All right, guys, we have made it to the final floor of this tour. We are on deck 5, and first, I'm gonna show you the Entourage. We can't go in because unfortunately it is closed, but this is the teen lounge. So for you know, your teenagers that are on board, this is the place where they're gonna come and hang out. They do have a nightclub experience at night for them, which is a lot of fun. And maybe we can just peek in really quick. It does look pretty cool. Yeah, so this is really fun.
Look at all those TVs.
Lots of TVs, so obviously gaming goes on here.
It smells delicious here too.
All right, let's head back
We're gonna
out
have
here.
like a black and white party.
Oh, that's fun.
Just for the teens.
All right, so that is Entourage. And then on the other side over here, we have Splash Academy, which is your kids club on board. So I'll walk over here. Not sure what will be open or not. Oh, video arcade. Oh, so this is the actual arcade on the ship. I was wondering where this is.
Makes sense, right next to the team.
Yeah. So there was some arcade games up outside of the local, which we just showed you very briefly where that bowling was. This is the actual arcade. So this is really where a lot of your really fun games are.
Are you ready to play a Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal. Star Wars. Of course, the Claw. All right, so that's the video arcade. Okay, and now we have Splash Academy. Again, this is your kids club on board. So if you are traveling with children, this is going to be where you're going to bring them down this long, long hallway. Again, we are on deck 5.
So many fun colors.
Yeah, the walls are really fun.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
All right, and this is the adult free zone. So 18 and over are not allowed. And the gate is locked, so we unfortunately can't get back there, but these walls are really fun. So yeah, here on deck 5, it's gonna be where you're gonna bring your children. If you want them to have some time away from mom and dad, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you want some time away from them, but either way, Splash Academy. And then past Splash Academy is also Guppies. Now Guppies is for your really little ones. So what, like toddlers and babies?
Yeah.
Really, really little ones. It looks like it is closed right now. Maybe it's open. Oh, that's so cute. So right in there, got your play place for your babies.
Six months to under 3 years old.
6 months to under 3. There you go. All right.
It smells super fresh and clean.
It does. So that is your children's area on board. All right, we are back in our stateroom, and we have a stateroom tour as well to share with you.
Yes.
But that was Norwegian Bliss. It is a really cool ship. And
It's a gorgeous ship.
It's a gorgeous ship. It's
So
newer. It is, yeah, it's just really pretty. That's like the main words that I think.
The decor is out of this world. It's
Yeah.
a very pretty ship. And we'll get into our full review of how we had our first Norwegian trip on Norwegian Bliss and how we can compare it to some of the other cruise lines we've been on.
Yep.
But as a reminder, please subscribe to our channel. It's free
Yes.
for you, and it means the world to us. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we made a lot of gains here in the last few weeks alone. So please subscribe, like this video, and share it. If you know someone going on Norwegian Bliss or Norwegian Cruise Line in general, share this video so they can see what the whole ship is like.
We're in the midst of taking a lot of cruises with several different cruise lines here back to back for the next several months. So we're gonna have content dropping constantly. So if you love cruising, this is the channel for you. And we also have a Facebook community page for you to join.
Yes,
And,
join
that
that
link
page.
will be below. So we would love to have you be a part of our community. And until next time, we'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.